So Dr. Huberman once said,
I think it's clear that most people, young or old, are content to be passive consumers and spend out their dopamine doing essentially meaningless activities. I think that once people start to realize that you're high-performing athlete, you're high-performing academics, you're high-performing business people, they actually have practices that they use to regulate themselves in order to not just perform better, but sleep better. And not just to sleep better, but to listen better. Not just listen better, but incorporate ideas that allow them into states of creativity.
Having access to these brilliant insights, ideas, it all starts kind of from within with your health. 8 to 9 figure entrepreneurs, they dial it in a few attributes. Number one is a basic and an advanced basic, getting good sleep every night.
You definitely need to optimize your sleep. There are typically 4 stages in which we sleep. Stage 1 through stage 3 are non-REM, and then stage 4 is REM, rapid eye movement. That's where you're dreaming. Ideally, we want to optimize stage 3 because this is where your heartbeat and your breathing's at its slowest. You get protein turnover, you get healing. I guess the main thing is, how do you really optimize that? This is a very, very basic thing, going to bed at the right time. For some people, they find that going to bed like at 9 p.m. or 8:30 is best so they can wake up earlier. Other individuals prefer to go to bed around 10 to 11. That's fine. Keep it standard. Try to get somewhere between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, this is a little bit controversial. Some people feel that, that's optimum. And I've actually come to find that it really depends on the person. I have a couple of friends in medical school. They're able to survive on 4 to 5 hours of sleep and feel amazing. Make sure you get that bedtime so you can get a sleep amount that you need.
When I was at MIT, I used to think, if I sleep less, I'll get more done. And then it's just like years, decades of working taught me that it's not the case for me personally, right? I was not part of that crew in your med school class, right? Setting time for sleep kind of leads to our next point that we found with our top entrepreneurs. They structure thinking time each week, not do time, not busy, hands-on work time. They structure thinking time so that they unlock their subconscious.
Time blocking is a very, very simple idea. All it really means is going into your calendar for the week and blocking out time periods for particular activities. What we found is that the most exceptional people, they have a schedule that they set out at the beginning of the week, and you block out time periods and you abide by that schedule.
We schedule like 1 day a week, no meetings. We ask ourselves the questions relating to like the biggest constraint on our business today, right? For example, if you're trying to get more leads in a business, right? So one question could be like, hey, what are the possible reasons I'm noticing this symptom of less leads, right? Is it marketing? Is it you're not getting enough organic clicks? Is it kind of paid marketing in Facebook, Google, Instagram, right? The second question, what isn't happening that if it did happen would cause the perceived gap, hey, less leads to either narrow or disappear? And the last question is what is happening that if it stopped happening would cause a perceived gap, like less leads. It forces us to utilize our subconscious, right? 2% of our thoughts are conscious, 98% are subconscious. We make like 35,000, we make so many decisions a day. One thing we've noticed about our 7-figure, earlier entrepreneurs is they kind of miss that connection between their subconscious and downtime. On free time, they bombard themselves with Twitter and Instagram and endless scrolls and cheap dopamine scores.
It kind of draws upon that because a lot of these highly successful entrepreneurs, they delegate as much as they can outwards and they go to the very best person that they can for whatever it is. This sentiment that if they had spent just a fraction of the time that they spent on those aspects of their business towards their health, they would have achieved so much more. It's so sad to see someone who's extremely talented pass away from a stroke, from a heart attack, that are preventable. They're easily preventable if you just make some simple changes early on.
When a client climbs a personal summit, that summit could be hey, look, I don't want to die at 40 like my dad did. I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to see abs for the first time. Whatever it is, right? It unlocks a new level of execution, right? That's why you've seen a lot of our clients, probably 50 or so, go from like 7 figures to 8 figures. They found a leg up in being physically fit.
As the science is kind of showing us, if you improve your health, aesthetically you look good, and who doesn't want abs? I mean, that's great. But at the same time, if you have abs, you have less fat tissue around your organs that's linked to a lot of these chronic illnesses. You're better able to perfuse your critical organs, breathe better, sleep better, think better. And so it all kind of snowballs together and they're all interlinked.